Yeah, I don't drive
I am not
anything around.
participating in commerce whatsoever, sir.
Uh,
Like,
So that might be a way for them to make more money from simple
mm-hmm.
possession by framing
Yeah,
it as trafficking because you're in a moving vehicle with it,
mhm,
right.
but you don't
right.
have
Well,
enough
crossing
of
the
it
state
on you
lines
to
is like
call it
automatically
trafficking.
can be considered trafficking too. So I don't know. I know he does live in Georgia, so but there's no trafficking charge. It's just that one charge that's driving with.
Yeah,
That's like
but
I've
it's
never
almost
heard
like
of that.
a yeah, that's almost like a trafficking joint though. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
it seems.
that's
Yeah,
what,
exactly right. And then it seems like a lot of times that's leverage they'll use too is they'll pin a bunch of charges that they know won't stick, right? But then they've got all these extra charges and all these extra years that you're facing that to use for leverage to get you to plea out. So that could be, you know, that could be the case too.
I'll
And
start
most people aren't
filing
fucking. They don't know the
notices.
laws, bro.
I'll
You
start
could
filing
literally
some
just make some
notices.
shit up, dude, and say you're charged with, fucking whatever, bro. And most people don't know any better. They're just gonna get scared and plea out. You know,
I'll be looking at who's bringing the charges because more than likely it's going to
right?
be Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and I'll be sending up notices of claims and writing up grievances. That's what I'll be doing.
Right. Hold on,
Somewhere,
give me just a
somewhere,
second.
somewhere down the line, shit's going to stop. I have to release you or do something. That's what I would do. Have to start filing paperwork on people. Start asking these questions that they ain't gonna be able to answer. Affidavit form. You feel what I'm saying? Notarized. You feel me? And start and send that shit up. Send that paperwork up right up to them to the straight to their offices. Prosecutor, judge, court clerk. You feel what I'm saying? Attorney general, and send the grievances up to where they need to be. To you know what I mean? And go that route. That's how I would do it. Judges, prosecutors, everybody's gonna be in hot water after a while. That charge that sound like a trumped up charge is gonna have to disappear. That's how I look at it. Because people just be playing with words, you know,
All
driving
right, I'm back.
driving with cocaine. Like I don't know what that
Yeah, I
is.
know it's a weird ass charge,
But
dude.
I
It's
pay
crazy.
attention to words. You feel what I'm saying? And driving with did they find the cocaine? Is this in
Okay,
evidence?
yes, yes, I believe so. So yeah, because he got charged with it, but it's just weird that that's the charge too, and it's holds a higher bond. So crazy, fifty
And
thousand dollar
maybe
bond.
is maybe because of the fact that they found it and he didn't tell them.
Yeah, but still don't make no sense for them to for the damn bond to be like three times higher than the actual.
Well, they could set the bond at whatever they wanted to set it at.
I don't know. I need to look up Tennessee law and see if that's even a charge.
I mean, you can do that too. But when it comes to bells and shit like that and bonds, it don't matter. They could set the bond to whatever they want. Like I don't know how long he's been sitting in there, but if it's bullshit,
No, it
it'll
just
drop.
happened.
It'll drop. His bell is gonna drop far. So if it's 50,000, before you know it,
Yeah, but he'll still
it'll
have to
probably be
wait to go
like,
before the magistrate to get that drop.
no, not really.
He is in Tennessee. He is.
You feel what I'm saying? But
You're supposed to see a
he
magistrate
can,
as soon as you walk through the gate. They're not supposed to hold you without seeing a magistrate first, but they do.
right. But yeah, that shit is like it's weird. But
It's weird. And then the woman getting to leave with his truck, and then the landlord showing up that same day to like try and confiscate the stuff. It's weird.
that's even weirder too. Like, why is the landlord trying to confiscate shit
And
while you
how did he
locked up?
know that fast? How did he know that fast?
hmm Yeah, that sound weird. Sound like some old
Sounds
informant
like
type
some really
still.
weird stuff.
But What we getting into, man?
Well, I figured we could discuss some of these music options, right?
Right.
You got the floor. I made you co-host. So if you want to kind of give us a little breakdown of what's going on, some of the ways I've been doing a little research and stuff myself this morning on just building our platform and shit. So ways that we're gonna be able to use all this information for the label and our own music careers and things.
Yeah, well, the basics, you feel what I'm saying, is hold on, let me pull my notes up real fast. Stop. Um is just making sure that we lock down whatever we our works, you know what I mean? Lock it down our intellectual property. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
being able to collect your royalties, your mechanicals, all your royalties that we have, to be able to collect your streaming, your performance rights, and all that good stuff. So it's a couple organizations that, artists need to sign up for, like ASCAP, BMI, Cross Seas to be what is it called? What is it? It's like SE something. It's some weird letters. I forget what it's called. But start with like an S or something for the like Cross Seas. But these are like what you would call them, performance PROs or performance rights agencies or something like that. I forget what you even call
Okay.
them things. I haven't even
Hmm.
said the name of these things in a long time. But only thing I could do is show people what I'm doing. Right? Can't really tell you
Yeah,
nothing else. You know what I'm
that's it.
saying?
That's all we doing. That's
So
all we've been doing.
from here, I'll show y'all certain things. You know what I mean? Like I could show you this. I could show you like an address and stuff like this because this is me setting up a whole new person. Is what I would tell people. You feel what I'm saying? Just like everybody has, you have your own person with your social security number, you have your business with its EIN or whatever. So I encourage everybody to turn their rap name or their artist name into a person.
Right.
So Mozzie Mako, he's another person. You feel what I'm saying? I got his EIN. I got a Dun and Bradstreet number for him. Got the NASIC code for him. Got the SIC code for him. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um,
He's a real
I
legitimate
put
person.
that Hello Helium up here for the new phone for like a phone line form or whatever. And then Josh put me on the sync report. This is going to be for placements.
Okay.
I mean, TV shows, commercials, films, video games,
Yeah.
supervisors, all this good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Um, what else? I want to get you. Oh, and then we got these the codes that you would need for your videos and your songs, right? These ISRC codes
Josh
that
said he's on the way.
people don't really be knowing about or nothing like that, but you need to put these codes for your in your songs so they can start getting picked up and getting
Right.
tracked.
It's like SEO for the music, right?
Yeah. Um. Oh, what else? Of course, we got the BMI, which uh, yeah, I can't review this one. You can go to BMI.com to sign up for a performance rights agency.
Okay. Yeah, I made a
Um,
lot of notes.
yeah,
Could you
just
send me can you share that note with me?
Yeah, I think I could.
Or well, I don't know. It's got all your
But
personal information and
yeah, but
stuff.
I'm
But
a, I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna make a document for you
okay, cool, cool.
with these links in it. You know what I mean? If people that's watching, you know what I mean, will want the document too. You just have
Right.
to let me know. But
We're just kind of discussing for if you just kind of tuning in. These are just ways that you can profit off of your music.
yeah,
So
this is the ways, pretty much going over the basics, the fundamentals of what you should be doing and setting up before you release your music.
exactly, like get everything established first. And I think that most people do it the opposite though, right? They just like jump and try to make a bunch of music and put a bunch of music out there, and then they try to like incorporate it into funding it and things like that. It's like you should probably establish things first, kind of get everything, because there's a lot of money, royalties, music rights, things of that nature that you could be profiting from the very beginning, but you don't have an EIN, you don't have like any entity established. And then like most artists are just going to get screwed over by the record companies anyway, because they're just going to sign their little record deal for this many albums, and then they're obligated to fulfill that. And then they probably get like a little sign-on bonus, maybe 25, 50,000. If they're really good, they might get a little more. But other than that, they just kind of like the record labels bitch until they fulfill that contract. You ever notice like artists, their music gets better by about the third album, third or fourth album? Then it's like you start to kind of, they like seem like they evolve or get better. That's because they're actually able to create their own music. Up until that point, they're obligated to the record labels to put whatever the record label tells them.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
that's probably also, correlates to why every new rap song is talking about popping perks and fucking bitches and doing all that dumb shit.
This is the other company too that you're gonna have to sign up with, the MCL Music Services.
Okay. I like
Like,
that.
but it looks different right now. Like maybe they upgraded this thing. I'm not sure if this is the right one, but
That's so crazy how, like, I know all this stuff about everything else that has to do with music, from like creation to like everything, except what you're talking about. Like, I don't know nothing about that, just because I haven't, I mean, obviously I got trust and EINs and things like that, but never really took the music serious. So it's kind of stupid, really.
yeah. Well, I
Definitely
mean,
stupid.
because people, it really be something that people don't really be like
They don't think about
focused
it.
on.
Usually, like a musician, like is just kind of focused on the art, right? They're usually just trying to create music. They're just trying to create music. They ain't really thinking about the business aspect until they start like maybe generating some buzz and start getting some bread. And
They
then it's
can
like, oh yeah, I need to figure
connect
out
to
a way to
collect.
manage the money.
See, this is it right here. This is it. The MLC. This is the one.
Okay.
See, you can play your part in the MLC process by registering your songs and spreading the word about the MLC. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And this is do you know what exactly does the MLC do?
Say connect to collect refers to the process of becoming a member of the MLC. Anyone who is entitled to receive digital, audio, mechanical royalties in the United States will need to become a member of the MLC. See,
Okay.
if you
And
want
that's to
to, if
collect
you
your
want to
royalties,
collect
yeah.
your mechanical royalties, if you want to receive any type of mechanical royalties for any of your digital audio, you need to be a member of these guys. And as crazy as I know, a lot of people that's leaving a whole lot of money on the table because they don't do nothing but record music and not
Yeah,
register with neither one of these people, like the MLC or BMI. You feel what I'm saying?
right. No
And now,
copyrights, no trademarks, no
right, none of that,
EINs, no nothing.
none of
So
that stuff,
technically, like people could just come and
and take your shit.
strip your shit right out from under you.
Yeah, come take your shit.
Come take your shit, man. Like yeah, you got to be careful, man, because it happens. It
Yeah,
definitely happens.
especially if it's good enough, they will take your shit.
Exactly.
But see, that's why we got teaching y'all how to
Things in
use the
place. So
blockchains. You feel what I'm saying? So you can get
Yeah,
a poor man's,
everything.
you can get a poor man's copyright by minting your song on the
That's it.
blockchain. So you
In the
can have it
metadata.
wrapped up in a contract, a smart contract. It's got a created date on it and all that, and it's a digital stamp for it. I mean, you
Yep.
can go ahead
That's
and
the
register.
thing.
You can
The
register with
blockchain don't forget
whatever
nothing.
copyright office if you want to do that, but why would you want to do that? Why would you have to do that when you mint the song? You can come in here, put your code in there, attach that same ISRC code to it when you mint the joint. You feel what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
keep it all in one thing. You feel what I'm saying? But this is the
All the
stuff that
way.
I'm in telling my guys to do. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, I've got my cousin doing the same thing. This is what I wanted to run through with you because we started to
Yeah,
make music together and we about to really, really like turn up with this. So it's like
I like
I
it.
don't want nobody to be feeling left out.
Right.
You
I
feel
mean,
what I'm
that's the
saying?
whole
When we
point
release the
behind the
songs.
whole reason
You know what I'm saying?
we decided to even do like a record label or anything like that was because of that. We was like, like the alternative is you got to make it independent, right? And then you got to do a whole lot of extra work, right? Because you're not gonna have a distribution network or no shit like that. So it's like you're either as an artist, if that's truly what you're passionate about, like you're forced to either get screwed over by a big record label or promoters and shit, or do it independent, and that's a lot harder. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So at least this way you can be independent, control the rights, and everything. You can own the rights, you could distribute, you can keep the profits. And
Following
I
these
think
steps.
I forget. I think by law, me and Josh went over it last night. You have to give an artist like it's a crazy low percentage. I think it was like 7% or something. It might even been I can't remember, but
For what?
we were talking about like what, like really, like so you could have an artist by law, you could have an artist like make a whole album, and then you have rights to it and everything, and sell it, make millions of dollars, and you'd only have to give that artist like 7%. Like you get to keep the rest, and he's the one that fucking made it. That's insane to me.
Yeah, that's
So we were
crazy.
like, yeah, it's insane. It was like, no way. It was like, if the percentage is 7, then we're going to give them like, like 30, 40, you know what I'm saying? 40%, 50%, like something
Yeah.
that's more fair, more worth it, right? I think that's
I try to
crazy.
put people I've been trying to I've been trying to set people up like so they can get their own bread. You feel what I'm saying? For a long
Exactly.
time. And it's just these little beginning steps that people just be acting like they don't want to do.
Oh, here we
And they
go.
be simple. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to fill out you don't want to create these little accounts to set yourself up for the win. You feel what I'm saying? Just stop doing what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? Just stop it because you obviously just want to keep this as a hobby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to I don't want to have this as no hobby. You feel what I'm saying? I want to turn this into a money making type deal lane for me. Like I'm unlimited when it comes to making music. So I need to, make it a lane. I don't want to be having this just as something that I like doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
There's too many people making
I
too
mean,
much bread
obviously, if
out here
it's your
with the
hobby and you're
music.
passionate about it, why wouldn't you make money off of it, right? Then you
Right.
get to do what you love for a living. That's what I did. Like I knew I was going to work out forever, you know what I'm saying, until I can't no more. And then I like investing, and I love music, so now it's like, hell, I'll do all those, make money off all of them, right? And people go around marketing every day, bro. You
Yeah.
buy a new phone, the first thing you do is go tell people about it. Oh, check out this new fucking iPhone, right? You're marketing. You wear a Nike shirt, you're fucking marketing for Nike. You know what I'm saying? You talk about this new shit you bought off of Temu, you're literally marketing for them too. You do it every
Yeah.
day, and everybody acts like it's so fucking hard. This is really not that hard.
It's not.
Just quit doing it for everybody else and do it for yourself, right?
You just gotta know what to look for and where to go. That's it.
That's
You
it.
feel what I'm
The
saying?
systems,
But if you're not asking yourself these questions, the answer's not gonna come to you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you ain't
right?
asking the question. You feel me?
Right. Well, you're gonna find what you're looking for anyway. It's like
Right.
I remember when I first started like looking into shit like this and started thinking about this. I watched a video from some like influencer on YouTube or something, and that's what he was saying. He was like, if you're watching content like this, he was like, you're already there. You're
Yeah.
already there. If you're already exploring these you're looking into these like avenues you're already like on the way, like you're waking up,
Yeah.
and that shit's resonated like to this day because he was right. I was already paying attention. That's all it takes is to pay attention to it, man.
Hey yo, Mozzie, what we looking at, man?
Oh, what's up, Josh? Finally, we
This
were
is
going over music rights and how you could profit from your music.
yeah,
Y'all take the floor.
this is Sound Exchange that I'm looking at right now. You know what I mean? This is another one. I mean, this is Sound Exchange is actually the people that actually cut my first check for music. It was like $7, but this will let me know that I was doing something right. You feel what I'm saying? Like Sound Exchange was the people that really cut my first check with any type of royalties with any music that I was doing. Will let me know that I was doing something right. So I direct artists to the platforms that I use that got me a check. You know what I mean? This happened to be one of them right here. You know what I'm saying? Sound Exchange has been around for a long time. And I don't know why people haven't heard of them. Maybe they did, but still don't use them. They rather use like TuneCore and these other music distribution services and stuff like that. But they don't never go back and try to figure out how they gonna get their royalties for the music that they releasing. You know what I'm saying? And you need these agencies or these services that's out here that do that. And Sound Exchange is one of them. One of the I would call the OGs out here that go get your bread for your music that's out there that's lingering around. See, manage your digital performance royalties. I mean, that means as far as like Josh, what you was talking about with the videos and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Lock them in and start getting royalties for your videos and stuff like that. You see, they got the ISRC code search, so you can look and see if your song is pulling up or whatever. If your metadata is right in there, you can search it in there. Um, but in a nutshell, man, this is another royalty collecting agency or organization is what you would call it. That artists need to go ahead and tap into and start using them because that's what they're here for. I didn't have this link in my document, so I gotta copy this link and put it in my document too, just like I had the MLC. It might be down there, but
Yo, Boz, I gotta say, peace be upon all y'all. It's like good to see people using the notepad. I be seeing people not using notepad for what it is. It's like the easiest way to keep all your information.
yeah, definitely. I was using this before I started using the Google Docs. You feel what I'm saying?
Same.
And it's just the same way. Like it's the same way that I create the Google Docs too. Same way. I put the link in there. If I send this drawn to you, you'll be able to click that link. It'll pull it up in another window and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I was saying, you can share these notes and things too if you're like on an iPhone. Like so anybody's got an
Yeah,
iPhone, you can create a document like a note just like he has right here. And then you can share that note with someone else that has an iPhone too. So you can collaborate on projects together that way through the notes on an iPhone. It's actually pretty cool.
yeah. And then what you see in here, these joints right here is just like my agreements when I signed up, finished signing up for them. I just kind of save them in my notes. So whenever somebody asks me a question about how it looks or what's going to happen, whatever, I just got the documents after you fill them out, what it's going to look like when you register with them. Um, what else? What else do I got down here that I feel like I went over the codes,
Yeah.
showed y'all when to go to the codes, sound exchange registration, BMI, went over the codes. Did I go into media base? I think media base is another place too. Yeah. See, media base is another place where you can kind of like upload your music, there track it, and what did media base do again, man? Like it's almost like a distribution service too on a low, but I just never heard of them, and it's like you can kind of like upload your songs by itself, and what I mean, start pushing them out. And they say you can just kind of register your songs right with media base too. Uh, what else? I didn't go over the sync report like that, but I showed them. Josh, you can kind of like go into that because you sent it to me. You know more about the syncreport.com. Um, what else? It's not. It's like that's pretty much it in a nutshell. To be honest, bro, when it comes to like collecting your royalties and who you need to sign up with, it's not really that much. Not really that hard at all. When it comes to collecting your royalties and being set up in the right position to start collecting your royalties for your music before you release it. Any questions? Josh, you got any questions? Chris?
Actually, Josh got kicked out. I just let him back in.
All right, you got any questions?
Man, I got a whole bunch of questions. But we're gonna have to, we'll just get do what we were talking about. Hold on, making him. There he is. All right, you with us now, Josh? Just go. Sorry, man. I have a guest here too, so
Nah, it's all good. And for the artists that's watching, man, and anybody if there are any artists watching, I hope y'all are taking notes.
right. You should be. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, like he said, y'all just bullshit.
I was thinking about what we talked about yesterday on NFT Tuesday. This would be a great part for the music
Yeah.
exchange because, like, right now we just promoting and getting artists out there with NFTs, right? And whatever other platforms we got going on, buddying them up with our own type of subscriptions and whatnot. And if we could connect them to music producers, music distributors, and licensors like you have here on Music Exchange, I think we can have a well-rounded musical package to show and give others so that they could increase their musical needs and get to their goals.
For sure.
Absolutely. I mean, my notes that I got in there, I ain't go too deep in there, but there's playlisting stuff in there, marketing, uh mastering. You know what I mean? It's like all the things that an
Yeah.
artist might need. You know what I mean? I have it all in my document right there. And I just went over the foundational steps that all artists should take if they want to turn their hobby into a career. And
There it
it's like
is.
simple little steps at the beginning that would turn everybody hobby into a career if they just made them first few steps. You know what I mean? Instead of just going to the studio, recording music, going out here, shooting a music video, and just releasing music.
Right. And here's the thing too. People need to realize that it's not who has the most music out there. It's not even who is the best music. Has the best music out. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's not who's the best rapper. It's who's the most popular one. Right. So it's always a marketing problem when it comes to like music, when it comes to anything like that. It, like you can make 16 million songs, and if ain't nobody heard the first one, it doesn't matter. Right. So
Right?
once you get yourself established to where every bit of attention and every bit of revenue and every bit of money that comes in on your name comes, funneled to you, then it's just a matter of just getting your name out there. Right. Just get some attention,
This is
get some
just
buzz.
this little segment right here just shows, you feel what I'm saying, just to show people that if you didn't think that, you know, we ain't know what we was doing over here, letting you know that we really know what we doing over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and as long as you keep on, bullshitting yourself, you feel what I'm saying, and not taking action, not trying to listen or whatever, being full of your ego or whatever you're doing,
Yeah,
you
you
know
got
what
to
I'm
check
saying?
that
You're gonna
ego.
continue to be where you at. You feel what I'm saying? Like these services that we have over here is gonna be services that's available to the artists that come over here with us. You feel what I'm saying? When we talking about radio plays, playlisting, uh, collecting all your royalties, getting your songs, being able to pushed out to commercials, TVs, films, video games,
And
all that good stuff.
think about royalties
That's
too,
all.
guys. Like that's
All this
something that
stuff.
outlives you, right? So when you die, if you have royalties on your work and you pass away, now your children receive those royalties. Anytime that song's played, anytime there's a penny earned off of that music for the rest of eternity, like you're getting paid. Your families, your grandchildren, your grandchildren's grandchildren are still going to be receiving like money off of your work. So like it's just stupid not to be looking into that, you know?
Every album you could be every album that you create could be a wealth building asset if you set it up
Exactly.
right. No matter
Exactly.
who you are. You feel what I'm saying? If you put it in the right place, no matter what genre you are, it can. I'm pretty sure you got a song or two that'll get picked in some elevator music, a commercial.
Something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Sports,
Not everybody's
something
got to be a
center.
famous
You feel what
pop
I'm
star or
saying?
rap star.
And that's
Yeah, that's a
that
good
one
point.
placement. That one placement, fuck around and pay you $5,000 for the rest of your life.
I do know somebody that received they received $50,000 and then I forget what the royalties was, but it like for the rest of like I think it's every I can't remember, it's every so often, every so many months or something he receives like royalty checks and things like that. But he got paid 50,000 off of this one video that he did. And
Hmm.
then yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He receives royalties. And it wasn't like, you know, no famous like rap song or pop song. Like it wasn't even like a song. It was just a video that he had made and yeah, sold it. It was pretty crazy. Now he gets royalties when it's played and everything.
You figure, and then that's just you. Um, you know, weeding through all the bullshit. You don't got to go out there and compete with all these rappers and all that. You just create your own little lane and just start niching down. You know what I mean? Start making songs for specific things, what people not really doing. You feel what I'm saying? And work hard. You know what I mean? Even if it takes you a year of making a song or two, but that one, whatever song you make and you work on it and you get a placement for it, you good. You doing better than artists out here just releasing music thinking they're gonna get rich off of Spotify streams. You know what I'm saying? Or thinking that they trying to promote a YouTube video to 1 million views only to get paid pennies. It's called working smarter, not harder. And I see a whole lot of people that try to rap or rapping and making music. You feel what I'm saying? How many of them do I know that's really making money from them? Only the celebrity ones that I see.
Right.
I can't see. I don't see nobody in the hood that say that they making music or whatever and making money with it. Not in my radius.
I
Not
know a
unless you're
couple
a
people.
celebrity or something. You feel what I'm saying?
I know a couple people, but I really had to ask. I had to be, you know what I'm saying, providing some sauce, and you know what I'm saying. We just came up in conversations like, oh yeah, by the way, like, are you making money off your songs? I'm sitting here like, what? Nah. Homie said there's about 17 ways you can make money off of each song. I said, what? He's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we'll talk about that later. We just, you know what I'm saying. Over time, I started to put together information and learn what I needed to learn.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I could say there's artists that made some money off of their music by selling CDs. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like ain't nobody that I know that got a song out nowhere and making royalties off of it. I don't know none. Not personally. I'm the only guy that I know myself in this radius that got a check, even if it was small, that got a check cut from somebody that was counting my royalties and sent it in the mail to me. I'm the only one. You feel what I'm saying? And anybody that I be in the rooms with that's been in my circle, none of these niggas have never got a check from music besides them selling their own, you know, CDs or something like that. That's it. But they won't listen to what I try to tell them to do. They won't follow what I lay down for them. You feel what I'm saying? It's years
Got to
ago.
do it their way.
Years ago, it was information that I paid for because of the fact that I was trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? When the internet was young, somebody had made this document and I paid for it. And it had all this shit in here that you're supposed to do with your music and shit like that. It was foreign as hell to me. I was like, wait, what? You supposed to do this stuff with your songs and shit like that before you release it? And before, you know what I mean? And since then, I was on it. You know what I mean? Ever since then, I've been on it. So now I know what to look for, what I'm supposed to do with the music. And whenever I get serious with it, I always double back on that part first before I start releasing my music. You know what I mean? And that's how you would know that I'm about to get serious with another music push first, because I will start backtracking to re get into my recovering all my accounts to my royalties, BMIs, you know what I mean? All that stuff. I'll start recovering all that stuff first. And then I'll start lining up songs, what we gonna be pushing out or whatever, and all that stuff will start getting registered first before it even start leaking out. But that's just my what you would call it, my routine when it comes to music. I don't know if anybody has their routine when it comes to releasing their music, but when I'm about to really like release music for a real reason, like to try to get some money for it, I always do these steps first. I can release little snippets of songs all day,
Yeah,
you
little
know what I'm saying?
teasers or
But
something.
and that's
Yeah.
all you really heard. I really haven't really released full songs of anything that I have like this year, except like one or two, but they're like the ones that I was supposed to release fully. Like they like freestyle ones and shit like that. They're promotional type deals. You feel what I'm saying? But songs that I have that's on my project, people only heard snippets of them, like 30 seconds of them from last year to this year. And I got like 3 projects sitting. You feel what I'm saying? Like 3 of them just sitting, and probably more than that. But I will not release none of them fully unless they go through the whole routine first. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of songs with a couple boys that haven't followed these steps, none of these steps yet. So it's like they fucking me up, because if they don't take these steps, then they're gonna be looking back at me if I do release them like, yo, where's my bread at? I'm like, yo, where's your
Right.
accounts at? You feel what I'm saying? You know what
That
I mean?
part. Right.
Did you fill out the
Where's my
information that I
money,
told you? Did
bro?
you sign up for the BMI? Did you do your sound exchange? You feel what I'm saying? Did you sign up with the MLC? You know what I mean? Did you do these things like I told you to? You know what I mean? Because if you didn't do this, this is the reason why you ain't get paid. And I
Right.
don't want to be in
And
that.
then
I
another
want to
thing is
have this
like,
conversation.
say you put all that work into this shit and it ends up popping off, right? You got a fire ass track, right? Somebody, you ain't got none of the rights to the music, you didn't make the beat, you didn't do none of that shit, bro. So now somebody else gets to take all your shit, all
Mhm.
because you just didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Let alone
That's
your
crazy.
homie, let alone your homie that live
Yeah,
right
and you
around
know
the
it's gonna
corner
be your
from you,
boy, man.
and he
You know
eating,
it's
and you
gonna be
trying to
one of
figure
your
out
people.
how you eating off the song that we did, and why we
Yeah,
both
like we
ain't
did that shit
eating.
together. You just gonna X me out like that. But yeah, they gonna do that, bro. They
You feel
definitely
what I'm
gonna do that.
saying? They definitely gonna do it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So
And if you think they won't, then it's definitely gonna happen to you.
that's why I would try to I'm trying to stress this part of it. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to
Yeah.
artists, you feel what I'm saying? Yo,
You know
get
that
signed
just
up, get
that
your
point.
ass cap, get you BMI
Get your
set up, get your
shit set up.
signed up with the MLC, get signed up with Sound Exchange. You feel what I'm saying? I think they got another one called like Song Trust or something like that. Sign up with Song Trust too. You feel what I'm saying? Sign up with everybody that say that they collect royalties. Fuck it. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? Sign up with everybody that
Collect
say they
royalties from all
connected.
that
If
motherfucker.
you collect, if they could do some type of collecting royalties or whatever, fuck it, sign up with them. Get everybody out
Right.
there. You need a whole squad of army of motherfuckers looking for your music to collect your royalties. You feel what I'm saying? Sign up with all of them. You feel what I'm saying? Sign up, because
That's why the big
why are
artists
you
do
releasing
mixtapes
music
too,
thinking that you're
because
gonna
they
get
got
paid if you
contracts with
don't
these
have
big record
nobody
labels.
out there looking to go get your bread when you release it? How are you looking for to get paid for your money and you don't have nobody out there looking for it? That's
Right.
insane. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's like you. That's
It's
like
the
you.
same thing
That's
as
like
like at marketing, you know?
expecting. That's like expecting chores to be done in your crib, but you ain't never tell your kids to do them. You
Yeah,
feel
and
what
then
I'm
get
saying?
mad at them when it don't. Then get mad at them and whooping their ass when the dishes ain't done.
You know what I
Like
mean?
what?
Whipping your kids' ass to do the chores, but you never told them to do the chores. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm
they're like,
saying?
what are you talking about? I didn't say nothing about no dishes. That is funny.
Word. You know what I mean? But I was saying the same thing with my cousin yesterday. I was telling him like, yo, we about to do this music shit. You know what I mean? Do you still got access to your BMI and all that shit? You feel what I'm saying? He was like, well, I think you did. I think we did set it up a while ago, whatever. I was like, well, we're gonna have to double back. You feel what I'm saying? There's a couple more that you
You
gotta
know what's
re-sign up for,
crazy?
but we gotta double back.
I just realized that, most people with just about any other thing, like they're gonna make sure the money's right first, right? Like you going to a job, you like any careers, shit like that. Like you focused on the money first. Everybody is like, you gonna pay me this much money per hour, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? You get all your accounts and shit right from the jump with any other thing except for music. Music, everybody does that shit ass backwards, bro. They just go and start making music and just putting shit out there like they, already got it, and they don't do none of the shit to like get their money right, get their accounts right, get their fucking rights to the music, get the rights to the nothing. They don't do none of that shit.
Nice. You gotta get your business right.
Any other thing you do, you gonna go about it like, well, let me make sure that I got my accounts and shit right. Let me make sure that
Just like
I'm getting my money. Your job tries to not pay you on Friday. Bet you gonna turn the fuck up, right? You
just
done
like
made 16 albums and ain't got paid by nobody.
just like turning your
Got
your
that shit all
artist
over
name
YouTube. It's all over
into a
Facebook, and you
business,
ain't got paid
right?
nothing.
Turning your
That's
art, turning
crazy.
your turning your artist name into a business should be one of the first things that you do. You know why? Because now you buying
Anytime
beats,
it's
all
you,
your studio time, all that shit, all that money you've been putting into the fucking rap shit,
right off,
it becomes a tax write off. But
right off.
if you don't turn
Throw
your
me off
rap
my
name into
rights.
an artist name, you know what I mean, to a business itself, it's always just going to be an expense to you, and you'll never be able to get no benefits out of it. So turn your artist name into a business. Now all that studio time, all the beats, videos, and all that shit become a big ass tax write off for you. You feel what I'm saying? Write that shit off, and then next year you run it up with the money that you get back from taxes. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Or you do what
I
I'm
don't know
doing,
how
which
much, I
I'm
don't know
using.
what type of game we can get these people to
I know.
make them go to get them ahead, bro. But like that's like game. That's who.
Well,
That's
some
what's the
people
boy
just
name? What's the
gotta.
boy name that got a school right now that be teaching people this shit? Like Chris Tyson or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what he teaching people. You know what I mean? But this is just
Okay.
knowing business. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Knowing what you're looking at. You feel what I'm saying? Understanding what business is and how to structure them. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true. And once you kind of notice the systems and like you kind of see how all this shit works, it makes all the other shit easier. Like really, like I probably wouldn't have understood any of this a couple years ago. If you'd have talked to me about this maybe 5 or 10 years ago, I'd have been lost. I'd have
Right.
probably, I'd have been like, "What are you talking about, bro? I'm just trying to smoke and record music."
Mm.
Like but now it's like my understanding is so much more advanced now than it was like when I was younger. So now it's like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Of course, yeah, you want to do that. Most people don't even know what a royalty is. They hear royalty, they think we're talking about some fucking king from the 15th century or some shit.
Like we about like somebody about to walk through in purple or something in gold.
Yeah, like they're finna start blowing the trumpets and shit. Hear ye, hear ye. Stupid looking ass.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Anybody got anyone questions, Josh? You want to add? Want to build
Yeah, you
on
want to
something?
chime in, man? We might have lost him again, man.
Because
His internet ain't
Josh
real
low
good.
key a whole artist manager on a low low,
Yeah, hey,
like a
yeah,
whole
well,
A
I
and
mean, he
R on a
shouldn't. He
low
really,
low.
not. He's a manager, artist, like everything, really. And he younger than us too, so it's cool. Like we're gonna see him take flight. He gonna do some amazing things. That's gonna be dope as hell.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna help him take flight too.
Yeah,
What
hell
you talking
yeah.
about?
That's my whole mission, man. I'm telling you. I noticed it immediately with him. You know what I'm saying? You some people you just meet them and you just be like, man, it's like something about that. Something about that guy. Like he just had the energy. Like you know how I am, bro. I'm gonna go
Yeah, him,
straight
him,
off of how I feel. It's the
him,
it's
and
the vibe
him
for
and
me
Romero.
always.
Him
Mhm.
and Romero. I see something.
Oh
I see
boy,
a little bit of me in
boy,
all
Chris,
all
that's my
y'all.
dog, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's my
And
dog. And he gonna touch a meal this year.
oh yeah, he
He
definitely is.
will. He definitely is, man. I'm proud as fuck of him. He's gonna hit a meal this year. I bet. I know he will.
You know what I mean?
I know he will.
And for all
And
you old
Nathan too.
heads,
Nathan
for
too.
all you
He,
old
bro,
heads
he
out there, all
positioned
you
himself.
OGs out there, stop acting like you a old dog can't be taught new tricks.
Right. What?
And
Shit. I didn't learn none of
don't be
this shit till I
tripping.
was
Don't be
almost 40.
tripping off the YNs. Don't trip on the YNs. The YNs are getting it. You feel what I'm saying? They out here running the bags up. Listen to
Yep.
them. You feel what I'm saying? Not all the YNs are fucking hotheads and shooting shit up. Some of the YNs are out here getting to the bag real early, like 16 years old, 18 years old, touching M's. Listen to them
Mhm.
youngins. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen to the youngins, man. And stop being caught in stuck in your old ways.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it's like
like, oh,
here's the thing. If you stuck
I'm
in
too
your
old.
old
He too
ways
young. I can't be
and
listening
you
to him.
going through the
He's older than
same
me.
old thing,
Well,
it's
guess what?
probably
You
because
50
you
years
stuck in your
old. You
old
50
ways.
years old. You acting like you can't listen to him. He look like a child to you, but he 18 years old and touched way more money than you did in your 50 years. So what are you gonna do? Shut the fuck up and
That part.
listen, or you gonna die in the next 50 broke as fuck?
And I don't know
Yeah.
too many rich rappers, but I know a whole lot of young rich producers and engineers.
Word.
Big facts. Big facts. And that's the crazy part, right? Is because nobody's ever heard of them. Right? That's the thing. You can make all kind of bread and nobody know who you are when it comes to producing and it comes to promotion and all that shit, marketing, website
Everybody can be
development.
a producer now.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a producer now.
Shit. I'm a producer. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm on the
I
engineering
just,
lick.
just became one here recently. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was to be honest, I was making beats when I was like 17 years old. I just haven't touched it in a
Yeah.
long time. And then you showed
That's
me some new
me.
shit
Like
and
I
how
just
easy it
like
was
picked
to
it
make
back
them
up and
right
was like,
now. And I
oh
was
yeah, I'm
like,
good at this.
wait, beats are this easy to make in this age? I can't even believe
I
it. Blew
know.
my
Oh
fucking
my
mind.
God. I remember back in the day, like I had to really get on the drums and play the fucking beat, bro. Like I had to get on a fucking keyboard and like play the melody.
Y'all
If I
was
wanted a
fancy,
fucking
boy. I
guitar
had the
on a
lunch
beat, bro,
table.
I had to play the fucking guitar.
Y'all was fancy. Y'all had instruments. I had the lunch table. We sitting there like,
Oh, with the
Word.
pencils? How you think I learned
That's
how to
how we
play
started. That's
the
how we started the ciphers up.
drums?
What? What are you talking about? You start banging on that table if you want. You about to get some of the hardest bars you heard in a long time.
I
for
know that's
real.
right. And fuck
For
around, let
real.
me not have a table. We just hit with the chest. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I've done
Oh
that
yeah,
shit too
ham
with the
bone that
chest
on
and
the
the
real.
snap. Snap the fingers and hit the 808 with the beat in your chest. You good to go. You don't need nothing.
Yeah, and what else, man? What other sauce can I got for y'all when it comes to this music stuff, bro? Uh, I mean, it's not hard, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like y'all to touch on what y'all was saying, like these producers and stuff that got like the bag, you don't even know them. Exactly this exactly the lane that I'm looking for. I don't want to be famous. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to run the bag up with the music shit. You know
I
what I mean? You
know.
probably I want you to listen to a couple. I want you to be in a watch a few videos or see a commercial or some shit and hear my song you ain't even know. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or you might notice it like, hold up, is that Mozzie song? I could have sworn I think I heard Mozzie song, and I think that's Mozzie song right there. You feel what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. I don't want you to see me drippy all on film all the
Yeah, I
time with all
agree.
these thick ass
That's what
chains
Josh
on and
said.
shit like
Josh
that
said,
because
he
it's
said,
not me.
I'm cool. Or no,
You know what I mean? It's not
Gigatron
even
said,
me
he's
like
like,
that.
yeah, I'm cool with the music. He said, but he said, I'm not touring. He said, I'll make songs and y'all can
But I
do
would
your thing. He
tour.
said, but I'm
I
not
would
touring.
love
I
tour.
mean, I'll tour. I like to travel and
But I don't want to be famous though.
what
Yeah, I'm
is it? You
about
don't like
tour.
what? Yeah, Josh like
Or
I'm not
tour just
touring. But
because I
you
like the
got to,
feeling.
man.
I want the one feeling that I felt. I felt it before. It was so real. It was a vision to me. So I know I'm gonna have to do it somewhere down the line in order for that vision to come into fruition. And I see myself on the stage with the whole arena rocking to my shit.
Oh, that's fine.
Cried a little
Like
bit.
if you
You know
never
what I
played
mean?
like
Felt that shit,
live,
soaked that shit up, and then I just
it's
started
the craziest shit ever.
ripping that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it felt so real because it was like I stepped out there and I noticed like how many motherfuckers was out there, and them niggas just went crazy. I kind of like stopped, soaked all that shit up, dropped some tears, and then went and just destroyed that shit. That shit felt so
Dang.
real to me. So that's the only
Yeah.
reason why I would tour, just because I know I would have to do that in order to bring that
Oh, it's the
vision
most
into
amazing
fruition.
feeling ever.
But besides
It
that,
really is.
I don't want it.
It's dope. When you're on stage and you're playing like music, you like creating art, and then like there's other people that's there and they start vibing and feeling that shit. That's like a whole nother feeling, bro. It's like a drug. It's a high. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to compare it to.
I don't know. Like the one feeling that if you haven't experienced it, it's going to feel so crazy to you. Well, I experienced it young. with one of my songs that I didn't know people knew it, and I didn't know how people knew it. To be honest, you
When
feel what I'm saying?
somebody, yeah, sings
But
your
it was
song
like
back, you're like,
the
what?
whole fucking cafe was singing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, how the fuck is this even happening right now? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a cool ass feeling, man. When you
that's
create
crazy.
something yourself that did like you created, it didn't exist. You create it, is yours, and then other people like it so much that they then like, seek it. That's fucking, I don't know,
So I
that's a
got a
cool
wealth
ass feeling.
question for y'all. How is it that you balance out, you know what I'm saying, your responsibilities as an artist and as a business owner, right? Because I know a lot of artists get burnt out trying to be creative and be about that business. You see what I'm saying? Either it'll bleed over into their music and you know what I'm saying, it'll start to come out, or in business they'll start slacking. So how do you guys go about managing that?
I don't
Mm,
force
that's a
nothing.
good question.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I'm
that's
gonna
what I
let
was about to
business.
say.
I'm gonna
I
let the
don't try to
business go.
push too hard. I will put too much on my plate, but it's like yeah, like he said, I don't force nothing. If the pieces ain't falling into place, if the energy's not right, I'm just gonna hold off. I'll
I'm
keep
gonna,
that shit like on the back burner for 5 years if I got to. Like I let it kind of, I direct the energy, I direct the flow, but I don't force anything. I can,
like
yeah,
I'll stay on business or whatever, but when it comes to like creating the music,
I
I
let that
won't
flow.
force that. I'm gonna let the music come and create when it comes to me. Cause I'm not about to sit and
Yep,
like break my brain on it because I
inspiration.
don't really do that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't really like sit here and be like, what am I gonna say next type shit. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
You
because
feel what I'm
really
saying? Like it's gonna come
you're
to
gonna
me. The
come up
words
with
just
like
come to me.
weaker
You
bars that way.
know what I mean?
If you're
Words
trying to
just
just I gotta hurry up and put something here so I can go on to the next bar. It's like, no, why don't you just hold
yeah.
off?
Phrases and songs and shit come to me in within like 4 bar to 8 bar increments. You feel what I'm saying? Like I would hear like 4, 8
Yeah,
bars, you know what I mean? And I would play with them
I'll
four,
build a
eight
whole
bars in my
song
mind
off of that.
before I write it down. You feel what I'm saying? And but then and then shit'll start flowing from there. But then it'll come to a point where I'm stopped. And I'll go
And
over
I'll
the verse a
just
couple
chill.
times and I'm like, all right, I'm done with it right now. You feel what I'm saying? And then before you know it, maybe a
Hmm.
day later, maybe an hour later or something like that. The rest of it'll come to me and then I'll go back and finish it. You feel what I'm saying? But that's how I balance it off. I don't force the music. I let the music come to me and I just stay focused on business.
Right, right. Because think about it, like I think a lot of artists is in such a rush to get a bunch of songs and a bunch of shit out, and they don't have to be, right? If you could just take your time and just get one fucking track that's just dope as fuck, right? And just market that shit like it was 16 songs, right? You would just literally post, like if you made a whole album with 10 songs on it, you would have to post all of those songs, right? You'd have to take each one of those songs, you'd have to make a post about it, you had to put it on social media, you had to link all this, do all of that 10 times with one song.
I
Post
say
that shit 10 different times on 10 different fucking platforms and fucking sing it 10 different times in front of 10 different fucking groups of people. Like instead of trying to, oh, if I get a bunch of songs out here, then one of them will catch. But like, yeah, man, that's a possibility. But if you put out 15 million songs and you don't market none of them, nobody hears them, nothing's popping. You could
man, you
literally
gotta
just
have a
hit hard on
strategy.
because it takes the same amount of work for like, you know what I'm saying?
I
One
tell
song.
people I tell
Yeah.
people have a strategies because a lot of people
Yeah.
just be making songs and don't have a target to hit. They just be making songs. Have a
If you
strategy.
put as much passion into like promoting the song as you did making it, it'd blow.
Yeah, and they tell you know what I mean, the mechanics of it. If you just took your time a little bit, you feel what I'm saying? You deal with one song and you would promote that nigga for 6 months to a year, and then you're
Yeah.
going to the next.
Yeah, because you don't want to push too like now if you got a buzz going, right? Like say you record that one song, maybe you did a mixtape and one of them shits just pops instantly, right? Now you got momentum, now you got buzz. Now fucking start hitting drop fire. You know what I'm saying? Because you got buzz already. But if you ain't got no buzz, then you need to like get your following up, get some people paying attention to you and shit.
You
You know
don't
what I
if you
mean?
don't have a buzz, you definitely need a strategy. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So start releasing music with a strategy or with wow factor.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it
Yeah,
got to have
something
some
that's gonna
type of
catch
wow
attention,
factor.
right?
You feel what I'm saying? To make it people want to listen to it all over again, over and over again, or make it motherfucker be like, yo, you see this shit? Or did you hear that? Yeah, you got to see this shit. That type of shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And Just keep it basic. And when you start, you know what I mean, learning the psyche of humans and shit like that, then you notice it's not really that hard. You just gotta wow these fuckers and entertain them. They
That's
like
it,
being
bro.
entertained.
It's
It's not
simple,
really, it's not really about
plain and
what you
simple.
saying to them. 9 times out of 10, not really. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to the visuals, just wow them shit. It ain't got to have nothing to do with your song. Just fuck them up real fast. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be like, "Yo, did you see that video?" You feel what I'm saying? Like the one video that was so funny to me. You know what I mean? It was funny as hell to me for whatever reason. I didn't like the song, but the song was big as hell from Lil Nas X, his first song.
Oh yeah. The Old Town Road shit,
The Old Town Road, dog, in
bro.
that
That shit was
video,
so huge.
that
Everybody loved that
video
shit,
is
bro. And I was like, what?
hilarious, bro. How he start
Yeah.
off when they come up on the horses and shit like that, they come out, start shooting. That nigga ran and jumped in the hole, and then that nigga was somewhere else. That shit is hilarious to me.
I'm thinking about that shit. It
That
is
shit
kind of
is
funny, bro.
hilarious as hell, bro.
Dude, oh,
Then
that's
then that
crazy.
nigga
That's
was out
nuts.
there. That nigga was racing somebody in the SS Apollo on a horse. That shit is hilarious to me, bro. Like everybody looking
I'm
at him
thinking about it in my
coming
head,
through
bro.
the
That shit
hood.
is funny,
Nigga,
actually. I
nigga
can't lie.
walking.
That's funny.
Nigga coming through the hood, strolling on a horse. The hood is looking at him crazy. Like this nigga's on a horse coming through the hood. Cause that is like some real shit on the low low. Like you seen somebody coming down your block in Memphis on a horse. You gonna like what the fuck? Niggas like, yo, what's up? You want to race? Nigga line you up with the SS to the horse. Like what? What are we talking about, dog? That's
We got a guy
hilarious to
like that in
me.
Chicago who constantly be bringing out his horse like on the expressways and on the streets and stuff, and the police just be like, "All right, bro, like technically it's not illegal, but bro, you gotta get the fuck like you gotta." Like, he be taking it around the shows. He be taking it to different people neighborhoods and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Right. Like I told my cousin, right? We had a couple songs that we wrote up a couple years ago. It's called Chicken Chasing. Like it goes hard, but my idea for the video, I was like, yo, bro, we gotta be on the farm in the old school blue motherfucker overalls with some Timbs on, with cowboy hats on, out there in the farm trying to catch the chickens. he like what? I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that shit is gonna be hilarious. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like I can see as soon as the song start off, the fucking barn open up, the fucking chickens is running, we out trying to catch these motherfuckers. That shit will be hilarious from the rip. I'm like, what the fuck is these niggas doing? But the song called Chicken Chasing. So it's just all about the visual. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas out there on a farm. I'm out here in South Jersey. It's all farmland out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just the visual. Funny shit. You know what I mean? I got a frat party for my song called Bartender, where you know what I mean? I got like Trump, like the video, the video starts off with Trump handing me a bottle. You feel what I'm saying? Waking me up in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? And when I walk in a party, like it's like the ending to the beginning. Like it starts from the ending to the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? But it's this one movie I remember, and the dude when they was in the party, the dude every time he went past the bathroom, niggas was in there doing another drug, and niggas just like, you don't want to do this. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to do this drug or whatever. And I want to do that shit, but I was gonna crack it open and have the presidents in there doing the crazy drugs. It's gonna be like Hillary Clinton and them in the bathroom and shit doing these drugs in the bathroom. Like that shit's gonna be crazy. Just because like niggas gonna be looking and all them little wow factors in the video, niggas gonna be like, yo, this video was wild, bro. You know what I mean? Wow factor shit. Never really got a chance to do it because I don't got the camera crew to pull it off. But it's
I
all about.
travel, gang.
You know what I mean? It's all about the visuals. I'm like, yo, them shit's gonna go viral as soon as I shoot them shits and get them out of my head. You know what I mean? Like, cause I understand what people like to see in the videos, and I know what I like to see. You feel what I'm saying? What makes me want to watch videos over and over again.
All right, you know what? For any artist that's listening, but this applies for us too, right? Because I actually, even though I rap and I make music, you know what I'm saying? I do different things. You feel me? I also am a photographer. That's actually how I got my training,
Mm-hmm.
photography and videography. Then went into the radio. So then it just also came with editing. You know what I'm saying? Different things, right? I will
Mm-hmm.
say, if you want your music video to be crisp, if you got an idea for it, like what Naeem is talking about already, right? What Mozzie Mako is talking about already, he has a shot sheet. So you want to prepare your own shot sheet and give that to your videographer, like whoever wants to do the pictures and videos, right? And 9 times out of 10, you'll have people that are more enthusiastic because if you can see the vision like that clearly and you can articulate it to somebody frame by frame, all right, we're gonna start off with this one. Cool. Outfit change. We're gonna do these 2 outfit changes. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go ahead and by the nighttime, that's when we're gonna actually do the next shot. You feel me? So we can overlap it. It's gonna be in the same look. You feel me?
Yeah.
And once you can do that, then you feel me, you could go ahead and say, all right, cameraman, you don't even have to do the director's job. You literally just coming in, holding the camera, boom,
Right.
minute 30, boom, minute 30, boom, minute 30. Like I done work with
Yep.
people that's used to getting 4 to 7 music videos recorded. You feel me? Whether or not they drop them right then or not, it doesn't matter. You got 7 different songs you just did. We did
Yep.
one day.
Yep. Yep.
Granted, that's a whole lot of outfits. There's a whole lot of cars. There's a whole lot of waiting on people and setting stuff up. And you feel me? But if
Mm-hmm.
your goal is to get it done, there is a way.
Absolutely. 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 And that's like that's a whole nother lane for artists too. You know what I mean? To save you some money also and be more productive, by learning these other things these other skills that you might need that if you don't know how to do them, just learn them. You know what I mean? Propel yourself. You know what I mean? Be able to shoot a couple of your freestyle videos and edit them up enough so they can look dope on your own. You know what I mean? And then be able to save your money up for a cameraman or something to shoot a more doper video. You feel what I'm saying? But as long as you can produce some type of content, why not collect your royalties and produce whatever content that you can and start collecting some bread while you're doing it until it gets bigger. I mean, being a director, being able to see certain shit, if you could see visions and shit like that, maybe you should be a director. You can get paid by doing that too. Directing people videos, telling people what you see, placing it, you know what I mean? Whatever. Or just being a camera guy. You don't got to be the artist all the time. But being an artist, you got to be more than an artist. I mean, you can't just be out here thinking that you're going to rap. That's why we got these 360 deals and why we got here people talk about they got raped and all that because they ain't want to do nothing but rap. They ain't even take time to read. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do yourself a favor, take some time and fill out these little accounts and stuff like that. Take some time to register your songs and stuff like that before you release them. I mean, you're gonna start looking better to the higher ups anyway once they start seeing you moving differently. Probably open up more lanes for you anyway. A lot of lanes are probably locked because of the fact that your paperwork ain't right. And artists can't even fuck with you because your paperwork ain't right.
How they gonna pay you? How they
You
even
know what
gonna
I'm
do you
saying?
right? You feel me? How you gonna get the benefit?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So do yourself the favor and just create these accounts, man. It's easy as hell, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just like they tell you what, like, repairing your credit. The first thing you got to learn how to do is get your credit report and read the motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Read the credit report. Nigga gonna tell you what's positive, what's negative. You feel what I'm saying? Like you just gotta read through some things first. You know what I mean? What's fucking the people up now. Niggas was moving too fast and don't even want to read nothing. Take some time, read. You know what I mean? Follow some fundamental steps to better yourself before you just go leap out. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to leap off a cliff and you don't know how to flap your motherfucking wings that's attached to you. You feel what I'm saying? You want to learn how to flap them shits first before you even think about it. You know what I mean? You want to be sure, like, all right, these shits work, all right. Then I'll take this leap. And
Ricky
and,
said,
and,
if
and
you
then
even got wings.
You feel what I'm saying? And then, I'll take this leap and then start trusting myself that I'll flap these shits hard enough to meet the fucking, glide or something.
At least glide, my
You
guy.
feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I'm not
come
just gonna
on.
jump off and then
Like
start flapping to see if I'm gonna be flapping enough to even try. No, dog, I'm gonna see if I got it enough first before I step off the bitch. You know what I mean? At least enough. And
them
niggas just
Eagles though, they be just knocking their kids out the nest to get the hell on. Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
For sure. A little bit of you.
It is crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean,
Never flew
yeah.
before, and the
Let
eagle
me let
just
me see
knocked the
what you
bird
got
out
with
the
this.
nest.
And nothing.
Eagle
That's
just,
why
all
it ain't
right,
so
fuck it.
many of
Let's
them
see what you
now.
got going on. I know you ain't done it before, and
They
if you
system,
don't get it right, you die.
yeah, that's a flawed system. You feel what I'm saying? That's why it ain't too many of them now.
You said that's why them motherfuckers is extinct.
You don't
That's
go kicking
funny,
niggas out too early. You feel what I'm saying? We had that shit
right?
was happening. That shit was happening with people too back in the day. You know what
With
I mean?
niggas.
Mom dukes kicking kids out too early. You feel what I'm saying? And then you see what happened to them. A lot of niggas didn't last too long.
Right.
Now, then when you then niggas be like, oh, you a mama's boy, this, that, and the third. Leave that mama's boy alone. Maybe he ain't ready to be from underneath mama yet. You feel what I'm saying? Who knows? You feel what I'm saying? You take him from
Right.
underneath mama, that motherfucker fuck around and be a psycho. You
He
feel
might
what I'm
snap.
saying? You never
God
know.
forbid this man actually got a stable home, you know what I'm saying, where he can still extract some value
Right.
back
I
from.
think that
You
isn't
know what I'm
that
saying?
crazy.
Like,
Isn't that crazy that that's the way it is? It's like instead of people celebrating the fact that like, oh you have both your parents and you have a family unit and you guys, instead of people being happy about that, they would make fun of those kids.
Yeah,
Especially in like, the lower income neighborhoods, right? It's so weird. It's almost like that nobody actually wants to see you do good because then they would be reminded of how bad they're doing.
yeah.
interesting thought perspective on that for sure.
Because you
Yeah, I can
It
figure,
see
is
that.
crazy though, because it's true. I know it was in my neighborhoods when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that like read books, or because that's why I hit it. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, that's why I wouldn't.
I mean, I go through that
Shit. I
now.
had to fight all the time. I had to fight a bunch of people because I read books. Like that's fucking stupid. You guys are idiots.
I go through that now.
All the time. All the time. It's fucking stupid. Literally, make fun of somebody for trying to educate themselves to be more knowledgeable, and
People,
you want
I,
to you think that's funny? You want to make fun of those people? That's fucking
I've been
insane, bro.
I've been noticing people been more distance away from me because of the fact that
Yes.
first off, when it comes to the rapper shit, niggas didn't really fuck with me because I was like a way above
Well,
average
your
than a lot of
music's
people.
on some
You
elevated
feel what I'm
type
saying?
content too, though. Like you ain't just up there rapping about some dumb shit.
Yeah,
You ain't talking about fucking another bitch at the club and look at my chain and look how much money I got. And it's like, bro, you done
yeah,
made 6 songs that say that same fucking thing.
yeah. And then it's like nowadays it's like people won't fuck with you if they feel like you way smarter than them niggas. They get scared of you.
Yeah, they feel
You know what I'm
intimidated or
saying? So
something. It's
now it's
weird.
like councilmen and my stepmom out here, she's on the council and shit. It's like they see me doing certain shit, but it's like they kind of like standoffish a bit. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if I want to help him or whatever, because if I help him, he might fly way higher than I am, type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is a weird thing.
I'll
You
be
think that's
looking
what it
like
is? You think it's envy? You think it's like jealousy? Do you think it like what do you think it is that makes people, because
I
it
don't
seems to
know.
be like it's not just like an incident. It seems to be like the way it is. Anytime somebody starts to become like successful in business or investments or you know any type of thing like that, the people closest to them will always be hating on 'em. It's so weird.
What do you give to a person who has everything?
A problem.
There we go.
Hmm.
That's what you give a man or a person that has everything. They've got everything. Give them a
So in
problem.
your eyes, if that person has everything, then guess what? What is it that you're gonna give them? You know what I'm saying? The one thing
The
you
only
can.
thing he don't have,
Hmm.
let's give him that.
Well, you might have been an A student, but You feel me? And you finding problem. You finding the problem. You're
Yeah.
finding the one
Yeah.
thing that makes it so that that person, you know what I'm saying, could be more on a level which you're comfortable with understanding, comprehending, or dealing with. It might not even be just I don't even think people cast dispersions just off of ego, right? Like a lot of people say it's because people just are haters, and nah, I do think that there's a product of the environment type thing that's around.
There
Like
is, but I
if
also
you're
think
not,
a lot of the times they're seeing something that they feel they lack in them that you possess, and that's kind of what's the catalyst for it
well, we
a
thought
lot
about
of
we
times.
talked about this too. You feel me? If you've never seen better, how much better can better be? Like if you've never seen the end
Right,
result of this person reading all these books, right? All you
right.
know is this person is not coming to play with the rest of the kids. This person is not coming and you feel me talking about the same things. This person is, you feel me?
Yeah. And then, people are like, they're so, I mean, if there is like a survivalist, evolutionary, like, aspect to it, but people are just, they're so conditioned and programmed to want to fit in, right? They don't want to be the odd man out. And, I guess back in the day, that was a very good, thing and trait to have because, if you depended on like the tribe to, survive, then you would want to fit in and be a part of the tribe, right? But now it's like so bad to where people they'll just go along with shit that they know doesn't feel right, doesn't sit right with them. But they do it because everybody else is doing it. And so when somebody else is standing out and not doing what you're doing, then of course it's easier to gang up on those people. Right. Look at that weirdo. He reads books and we don't, It's like there's 10 of us that doesn't read books. So you must be the weirdo. It's like,
Facts.
Yeah,
all right.
that's weird.
Isn't it? To me, it's like I guess I'm weird then.
So,
All right,
okay,
guys.
my fellow book reading peoples, are you guys worried about the economic situation that we are in currently? And do you guys believe that it affects chances of future wealth procurement?
Okay, worried? No. Um, Paying attention and cautious? Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Man, I'm more the economy.
Optimistic,
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't gave up on the economy. I'm not worried about that thing no more. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're gonna do to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
like the economy, I can't worry about the economy because it's broke as fuck. You feel what I'm
yeah. It's
saying?
like
And
worry about
I
some
can
shit
only
that's
create
already
I can
fucked up.
only create my own economy or ecosystem the best way I
That's
know
it.
how, because the one that the world runs off of is flawed than a motherfucker.
It is fucked.
It's leading us to destruction and brokenness. So we gotta do something else.
And
Yeah.
this might be one of the times where this time, yeah, I disagree, right? I disagree. I'll say it like this. I'll say yes and, right? The reason why I say yes and is because the economies that we are avoiding, right, are the same ones that have some direct influence in those that we're trying to help, right? If we are able to not participate in the economy and the people that we're looking to help have to come with a frame of reference from something that's not working or something that's only working in select situations, select cases, right? Then like the duty I believe that we're overlooking, like I'm hearing a lot of Democrats, Republicans, and liberals and all of that stuff starting to talk and get along a little bit more, right? But we're still missing is that accountability of the people. We keep saying, oh, we're going to give the power to the people, but if the people are slow, I don't want to give them power. Respectfully, if you ain't did no
Right.
business, you haven't run a business and had to claim bankruptcy for a couple $1 million. I'm sorry, but when it comes to how much stuff costs, I probably I'll have to trust somebody who, you know what I'm saying,
Got a
at
little more
least had
experience.
a leverage. You feel me in that situation at least beforehand. So before you was even in power, you had leverage on the price of eggs, my boy. You had probably more leverage as a business person. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's why I wouldn't want to be the president, man. If anything, I would be an advisor or somebody that funded that campaign. That'd be about it.
I
I
feel
don't want
like
all that
people need to
responsibility.
take we have to take the solutions and find the solutions from our ecosystems and apply them to the economy. You know what I'm saying?
The
I
Well, you
feel
know
the
like
what you
it's our
do?
the
You
civic
know what
the,
you
the
duty.
do?
main problem in our economy is the fact that us of color spend our bread outside our culture. And then when you look in the towns, every business that you have is every color but brown. That is our problem. Because all our dollars go out our culture and go into other cultures. That's the
Which
problem.
is probably ties right into what we were talking about earlier about how in those type of neighborhoods, right, the lower income, minority based neighborhoods, there is like a divide. There is a separation. It is a programmed thing to where like, oh, you don't shoot people, oh, you don't play sports, oh, you don't rap, oh, you read books, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're a nerd. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
And it
Oh,
was a
you actually go to church and try to help people. We're fucking shooting people and fucking doing drugs over here.
and
You know
out
what I'm
there where
saying? It's
you
like
at, Josh,
so
it was
I'm your op because I
a
don't want to
straight
fucking
psyop,
do stupid shit. Like that's crazy.
straight psyop
It
shit
is
going on
though,
out there
but
where you
but
at,
Oh
the people
yeah.
participate
Josh.
in it willingly.
Because them
Oh
niggas was
yeah.
dropping off high power rifles and shit out there in y'all alleyways out
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah.
You feel what
Coke,
I'm saying?
everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Straight
Snatching
psyop
children up.
shit.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
what I'm
yeah. They've been
saying?
doing all of that. But here's my
Yeah,
thing. It's
definitely.
called menticide, right? So it's the systematic stripping of somebody's principles, morals, values, and ultimately their dignity, right? So menticide is literally combining the principles of what a psyop is and also stripping our actual sense of civic engagement and duty. Because I think, like you said, the black dollar not existing in the community is a problem. But I think the bigger problem and the one that we are loosely connected to, right? Because you did say the answer, but the way you got to the answer was different. You said culture, right? But
Mhm.
the thing is, if you have a culture that's easy to infiltrate, what does it matter if the dollar circulates 100,000 times if there's only guns and drugs to buy in the community? That will be
Right.
your culture. You will purchase things
Exactly.
from your culture for your culture to end your culture. And I
Mhm.
think that's where, you know what I'm
That is
saying, the
true.
effects of segregation, the educational system and everything like that play hand in hand too. Because if you give somebody $1 million and they don't know how to invest it, man, what happens? So if you give
Mhm.
somebody cultural appreciation and we don't even appreciate it, it's funny how so many people want to copy the hood. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mhm.
That's
It's
what I was
funny.
about to touch on. It's like now, literally, the hip hop culture, especially, right? Think about that. It literally influences all culture. The hip hop culture influences pop culture. The pop culture influences, you know what I'm saying,
And
the
why
rest
you
of the
think they
world.
have so many
Nobody was
agents
wearing
in the
Jordans
hip hop
until,
culture?
the hip hop culture is like J's and Air Force Ones. And, like nobody cared about that shit until then.
Like if we decided to be
Uh,
an agent for
guys,
one of
look,
them,
it is about to start raining. I have like a bunch of cars out there that we are like
You got the hood open on
restoring
the
and working
whips. Oh
on.
my goodness.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
you need to cut
So
that
y'all
out,
go
bro.
ahead, continue, but I have to
I'm tired
go
of seeing you
take care of
pouring
the
water underneath the hoods of the cars, bro. Water don't
man.
go
I was
underneath
flushing the
everything
radiator
underneath
system
there.
out, bro. It's literally I could have went to Valvoline and paid like a fucking $200, and they would have just did the same thing with a fancier water hose. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But no, like I got a lot of work to do. Actually, we're putting a turbo on the smart car right now, so that's gonna be dope. And it's twice the size of the last turbo, so the turbo's like fucking. It's ridiculous,
You
dude.
all are evil
You shouldn't have
geniuses.
a
I
go
love it.
kart with a Mercedes motor with a turbo that big. You shouldn't, but I do, and I'm excited.
Okay, I want to see it when it's done.
Yeah, it's so funny, man.
I'm
It's that
coming
you
to
you
drive
come pulling
it.
up in that little smart car and it looks like a little Geo Metro or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is literally got a Mercedes motor in it, and it's turbo, so
Yeah, that's
it's
nuts.
fast as fuck.
My
And
father-in-law
The Saab,
got a
look, the Saab, bro, it's like it's a fucking station wagon. It looks like a soccer mom drives that shit, right? It's turbo with the
yeah,
Alfa
yeah,
Romeo
yeah,
rims on
yeah.
it.
The
That bitch will
Saabs,
fly.
a lot of the Saabs come turbo.
Yeah, that Saab is fast as fuck. And it's got night mode, which is fire. It'll literally cut the fucking lights and shit off and dim everything down where you could just drive fast as hell with no lights. And police, it's stupid, but I love it.
I'm trying to get back in my Honda Accord. Like me and my
Yeah, I
truck.
had
That
a
my
Honda Accord.
truck is a V8. That nigga's crazy. I just want my
Yeah, I got
Honda.
that Eddie Bauer Expedition and I like it. But
Well, indeed, we had a great
yeah,
conversation,
anyway,
y'all. I
all right, yeah.
appreciate y'all as
Y'all go
always.
ahead, continue on.
Okay, we
I'm
could
gonna go
conversations.
try to get this shit taken care
You'd have to be able to end the meeting though, Chris. So you feel me? Unless you make
of.
somebody
Okay, well
tell us
then
to be able
I
to
guess
end it,
that's a wrap then. Well, shit, we
that'll
dropped some
be it
little game today.
on the
Yeah,
real.
I guess that's a wrap then.
We
All
out
right,
here.
yeah, that's out. We out. Y'all have a good one.